Greetings, tarnished farmers. I just got back from my wild weekend in London and I have to talk about it. I just witnessed 2 video game concerts back to back. 2 games that could not be more opposite. Elden Ring and Stardew Valley. 2 of quite possibly my favorite games. So here is how it went.
Here we go, our mad double bill concert gauntlet begins. See you later, Fuji. Don't have any parties. You can have one party. She's allowed one. She can have one party.
She's gonna have a mad party. Mice last night.
Mice. Where we're going, there's actually a lot of mice. London.
Ready for the ring.
What's your favorite song? Tell me.
The one that goes...
That one.
So our first adventure was to head to the lands between. And being the foul tarnished that we are, we were kind of ready for anything that was going to come our way. The Elden Ring concert took place in the Royal Albert Hall, which I've come to really appreciate as a venue recently. We've been coming here to see the Lord of the Rings trilogy in concert, so by this point, we're basically regulars.
God, what? It is a beautiful building, man. Look at this place. Look at this place. Oh, thank you.
Evelyn, the absolute mad lad, booked us a beautiful box, which is always such an incredible experience. Getting to sit high up and watching the orchestra perform from above. After wolfing down some pre-show snacks, the music began and it was amazing.
Rise now, ye tarnished, ye dead, who yet live.
The beautiful orchestrated music was accompanied with these visuals, chronologically showing our protagonist moving through the story of Elden Ring, hacking and slashing anything that got in their way. The music itself was just so incredible. A game like this really lends itself well to being performed live by an orchestra, and it just always blows my mind to hone in and watch each member of the orchestra individually. These people are all some of the very best at their craft, and they all just know what they're doing. From the conductor, to the first chair violinist, to the multitude of choir singers, all the way over to the guy who was shaking the metal sheet making wind sounds.
I am Melania, Blade of Mikola.
After challenging and defeating every major boss in the game, we were treated to an epic battle with the Elden Beast itself, which sounded as beautiful as it looked. Overall, it was an amazing concert. And more so, I cannot believe that I have now heard the words, "The loathsome dung eater," echo around the grandiose Royal Albert Hall. Wild. Video games, am I right? With the concert finished, we took our leave and prepared ourselves for what was next.
All right. Elden Ring's done. Next up, Stardew Valley. You ready to get your Stardew on, Soph?
Next up, the real way.
Oh, yeah.
Good morning, farmers. The day has finally arrived. It is the day of the Stardew Valley concert, and we are pumped. We've been listening to Stardew tunes, Star tunes all morning to get ready for this. This is following yesterday's Elden Ring concert, which was pretty incredible. So in stark contrast, we're gonna have some nice, wholesome farmer tunes to bop along to today. What song do I really want to hear? I really like the theme when you complete a room in the community center. Golden Star is Born, something like that. I just call it the Junimo song, because you complete the bundles and the Junimos are like, "Thank you so much. We can finally return back to our world." That's how I hear them in my head. That's not until this evening. First, we're gonna go get a bite to eat and we're gonna go play darts. Yes, you heard me correctly, we're gonna go play darts. So we've got a full day in London. So, how are you feeling about the concert? Are you excited?
I am pumped. I think there's gonna be mosh.
I think people are gonna lose it. They're gonna lose their minds.
Yeah, I think we're gonna jump in the pit. We're gonna embrace the pit.
I am, of course... Fucking hell, what was that? Just broke the floor. I am, of course, dressing up as Harvey for this occasion, so I need like a mustache or something. Yeah, let me just...
No.
Pump it. Louder. Cool. Let's do this. So with a plan in place, we headed out into central London to meet up with some friends for a bit of food and some darts. Except this was not ordinary darts, no. This was Flights Club. I've been here before and it is super fun. This is a very special kind of darts where there's a variety of chaotic game modes, and I like a good chaotic game mode, you know me.
Beautiful composition, yeah.
Perfect.
That's it, yeah.
Great. All right, this guy darts. So after a few exciting rounds of darts, I rightfully took my win and we parted ways with Dan and Phil for the day, and proceeded to mosey across Victoria as we headed over to the venue. It was such a lovely day, so we just decided to walk everywhere, and that was really lovely. I ended up seeing parts of London that I might not normally see.
We're nearly there. We've walked across London, but we're nearly there. I'm ready. We should have hopped on our horses. We would have been here in half the time.
As we arrived at Cadogan Hall, I weirdly started to feel a little bit anxious.
Yeah, he's ready to go.
Stardew Valley means a great deal to me, and this concert had been on the horizon for so long, and to think in an hour's time I would be listening to the Wild Horseradish Jam performed live by an orchestra. There were so many eager Stardew Valley fans excitedly waiting to be let into the auditorium.
Awesome, cool.
So in the meantime, I picked up some rad merchandise.
He's got his merch.
Hell yeah.
I really felt this sense of wanting to support the developer, as I have logged well over 600 hours into Stardew Valley, a number that possibly pales in comparison to some of the others around me, but I have truly got my money's worth in this game. So I am more than happy to support Concerned Ape in any of his future endeavors, and hopefully they'll put on some more concerts as well. Just before going in, we were all handed a piece of sheet music consisting of an extract from the Dance of the Moonlight Jellies. This was a really thoughtful little extra that they didn't have to do, but they did. And I really appreciated that. And so,
It's time. We're making our way to the seats. Got a big bag of swag, and I'm ready to go.
the hall looked incredible. It's a former church, so it has these enormous ceilings, which would no doubt add some impressive acoustics to the music we were just about to hear. The orchestra took to the stage, greeted by an applause, and it was certainly a smaller ensemble than I expected. Not a criticism, just an observation, which is kind of perfect for a game that has such humble beginnings and yet has had such a huge impact. And so this humble little orchestra certainly made a huge impact, starting out with the beautiful tunes of spring with a fresh start on a fresh farm. The seasons began to change and the days were getting longer as we entered summer. By this point, everyone was well and truly bopping along with the music, myself included. I could not help but bop. The orchestra also took us down to the mines where we would go spelunking to find rare treasures and sticky slimes. I would have loved to have heard every single track from the mines, but I understand why they couldn't play every single one. The conductor would stop after each season and continue the narrative. Also, the conductor effectively said "fuck Pierre," just not quite in those words, so that was very surreal. As the leaves began to turn brown and the pumpkins started to grow, we knew fall was upon us. Naturally, the fall tunes enveloped the audience like a cozy, thick blanket, and I think people had finally started to relax into the show. All anxieties had left and been replaced with other raw emotion. I know that I myself was feeling a whole mix of emotions because I would just laugh at things that weren't necessarily funny. Like when a trombone starts bomping and booping in the saloon medley. I don't know what it was. I think the laughter was just disbelief that this was actually happening. Finally, the cold, harsh winter had arrived, and the somber melodies were getting people a little teary-eyed. Maybe because we all know that winter marks the end of the year, but this would also mark the end of the show. But it wouldn't end before playing a plethora of tunes, ranging from particular villager themes to Journey of the Prairie King. That was awesome and very unexpected. Finally, we were taken to the mysterious deep woods for one final treat. It was amazing. I love this theme so much. It's just so mysterious. And by the end, the audience erupted into applause with a standing ovation to boot. That was it. That was the end. Except the conductor came out and literally said,
Have your wish. Very favorite of mine and Elemo's. It's night market.
You want one more?
hell, I wanted 50 more, but the concert has to end at some point. Winter in Stardew Valley would simply not be complete without exploring the oddities of the night market, which is such a beautiful piece of music. If people weren't emotional beforehand, they certainly were now. It's so calming. I love it. I love it. If you've watched me play Stardew Valley on Twitch, then you know that I love completing the community center by the end of the first year. And one of my favorite songs in the whole game plays when you complete a room of bundles in the community center.
You have finally rebuilt
the community center!
You gonna get your song?
Yeah.
And would you believe it? That was the song they ended on. It was so perfect. It had such a rewarding sense of completion, so it was a perfect way to finish the concert. And so our party took a long night walk across London, reflecting on what we'd just seen. Just an incredible accomplishment by all involved.
I'll debrief all my thoughts properly later, but that was beautiful. That was awesome. I'll sleep on it and then deliver the rest of my thoughts tomorrow.
Thank you, Concerned Ape, for bringing joy to so many people. It really was a privilege to go. I would love to go again. But given the opportunity to go again, I wouldn't. I'm not exaggerating when I say this. This concert is something that anyone who is a fan of Stardew Valley needs to see, and I have now seen it. I don't think it would be right for me to take the seat of somebody else who could potentially go. If you like Stardew Valley, and let's face it, you've watched this far in the video, you like Stardew Valley, you need to go to this concert. Obviously, I know that's incredibly tricky because all the shows are sold out, but I will say this. The last thing the conductor said was "to be continued," which gives me hope that they will do more shows at some point in the future. If you weren't able to get tickets, don't beat yourself up about it because this show literally sold out in 4 minutes. So again, a huge thank you to Evelyn for securing the tickets. An absolute Stardew hero. If there's anything you want to know about either of the concerts, feel free to ask. And like I said, I stream Stardew Valley on the regular, so make sure to come along and bother me sometime on my streams. Come say hello and join the chaos. Thank you so much for watching this video, everybody. Please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more videos. And I will see all you gamers in the next one. Bye.